superb atmosphere. And before Liverpool get the match started, both sets of players take the knee. A resounding message goes out to the world against all forms of racial discrimination. Mane. Stone stops the cross at the cost of a corner.
Some good runs already in the game. 9 minutes into it.
Van Dijk's on his way. Robertson on this first Liverpool corner to swing it away. And it was attacked and headed in by Konate, who scores for a third game in a row. Liverpool have an early lead. Konate has turned into an unlikely goal-scoring hero for Jurgen Klopp's Reds.
Well, he's such a presence in the box. And Man City do have problems. When you look at the centre-half, Stones is a good header of the ball, but there's not too many good headers of the ball for Man City. And he just gets a run on Nathan Ake, gets above him, and it's a good header. There he gives, allowing the fullbacks to play that little bit higher up the pitch.
He'll do that a little bit more than Rodri does, the regular midfield shield for City. Different style of holding midfielder. Oh, dear me! Zach Steffen has had a disaster there for Manchester City, and Sadio Mane has doubled Liverpool's lead. He was trying to do what Ederson does so coolly on a regular basis, and he's made a real mess of it. A real mess. 2-0 Liverpool.
Taking too long on the ball, they went backwards. Stones can play this forward, he goes back and back, invites the challenge, then goes back to the goalkeeper. His first touch gets caught underneath him, and then he can't manipulate the ball away from Mane. He wanted to take another touch, but by that time, it's too late, and Mane does really well by sliding in. What a start for Liverpool here.
Well, we saw Ederson do something similar a week ago at the Etihad Stadium in the Premier League, but he can do it. He has the confidence and the belief, and Steffen's tried to copy the number one. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Alexander-Arnold. That's a heck of a pass. Diaz. Robertson, blocked by Stones. Robertson again. Thiago. Alexander-Arnold. Thiago to Mane! That is some finish. Comfortably the best goal of the three. This FA Cup semi-final could be finished before halfway. What a strike from Mane.
But it was all started by that big crossfield pass by Alexander-Arnold. You mentioned it. Ball came to him first time, switch of play. Cancelo got a bit lucky in the 1v1 on the other side of the field. They switched it again. They kept their composure around the box, Liverpool. A test of Man City's character here, not just to get back into the game, but not to get beaten and absolutely thrashed in this match.
That's the way it's going. Manchester City way off the pace. It is Manchester City to start the second half and to try and get themselves started. The semi-final, it seems, is all but finished with Liverpool having a... Robertson gives away the ball. Foden finds Fernandinho. He's tucked it in around Van Dijk. Here's Jesus, who turns Fabinho. Gabriel Jesus didn't shoot. Grealish does, and City have one back very quickly. Double quick time. The gap is down to 2, and the City fans believe again.
A little bit of skill. Fernandinho does well here. Takes it on. And he plays a nice little ball in behind. Jesus gets away from Fabinho. And then sets up Grealish on his left foot, past Alexander-Arnold. Maybe game on here.
Jack Grealish gets his 5th goal as a Manchester City player. He had the first chance of the match and didn't take it. He meant that one. I wonder why Gabriel Jesus didn't have a go himself. But it was a wonderful tee-up and a thumping shot from the England man. Mane got it. No more goals after that. Finished 2-2. Luis Diaz. There is the promise of more goals here today. Both ends now. Diaz. Touched in by Salah. And Stefan is able to get it. It was a bobbler. I think all the sting was taken off it. I don't think there was much sting in the first place from Mane. Here's Jesus. Foden's in the middle. Jesus withstands the challenge of Van Dijk, and then Alisson is out to stop the ball getting across into the middle or even into his net, particularly down this right-hand side.
Well, Van Dijk started to make the challenge towards Sterling. Sterling pokes it in behind him, and then he gives him a shove in the back.
Bernardo Silva, now Jack Grealish takes it up and gets it through. The flag has stayed down, it's Jesus, and it's a super block by Alisson. Brilliant bit of goalkeeping by the Liverpool #1.
I think he was just about onside. Brilliant from Bernardo Silva to win it back. Yeah, you can see Van Dijk was coming up from a much deeper position. 1v1, he's got to score, but well played, Alisson. Read exactly what Jesus was going to do. Good left hand to it.
Well, Manchester City will be able to create a better chance than the one Jesus has just squandered. Don't get many of those against Liverpool. Luis Diaz, Ake's there. Zinchenko, oh, that was the wrong decision! But it's been missed by Salah. Mistakes all over this field today.
Just couldn't make the right contact. It's a good ball over the top. Stones tried to play offside. Once again, it's Ake who comes round on the cover. Really, Zinchenko has to deal with that. That's a big chance. He should score. Mo Salah. Stefan goes down quite early. Just the wrong side of the post. What a chance.
Alexander Zinchenko is the most relieved man in Wembley. Possibly in 10 minutes' time. Alexander-Arnold. Luis Diaz. Comfortable for Stefan. He's got nobody really to get the ball out to, not quickly. Zinchenko. The player whose goal at Nottingham Forest in the quarter-finals got Liverpool here today. Thiago, Salah. Henderson is charging up to help him. Salah might have the chance. Zinchenko's only half stopped him. And the shot is straight at it.
This is a massive, massive win for Liverpool, I think.
There's Foden. Here comes Mahrez, involved in the game. That's what he's been brought on for, and he's done pretty well. Couldn't score, but Bernardo Silva can. Hold on to your hats. Grandstand finish coming. 3-2 at Wembley.
Magnificent bit of play from Mahrez. Good first touch. There's nothing else on, so he tries to beat the goalkeeper Alisson at the near post, and it falls nicely. Look at the pace, the control, the vision to go in at the near post. No one he can find. And there's Bernardo Silva in the right place.
Well, Manchester City will now, you would expect, tear at Liverpool. There is a slight delay. The goal was being checked for a possible offside by VAR, but...
Well, I think Manchester City thought it was game over. There wasn't really too much inspiration. Thiago was walking off the field slowly, congratulating everybody. Klopp had almost thought the game was won.
Liverpool let slip a 3-1 lead against Benfica the other night. Ake, Fernandinho! It's a corner.
Fernandinho. Who does it come off? Who gets the blocking?
Grealish with the Manchester City corner. Alisson's gone for it. One hand on it. There's Mahrez, too high. Another deflection, another corner. Tier City came back against Gillingham. 2 goals to find late on. In from Mahrez, out from Van Dijk. Grealish. Taken by Sterling, straight at Alisson. Will there be another chance? Here's Robertson, who will punt it long, looking for the run of Salah. And Stefan is out to use his head and give it to Firmino. Firmino is through. Saved by Stefan. Salah tries to get onto the ball, but he's fouled Zach Stefan. It'll be a City free kick. It shouldn't have been this hard for Liverpool. A rueful look on the face of both bosses. It's been a curious sort of afternoon at Wembley. But it's Liverpool's afternoon, and they will be back here on Saturday the 14th of May to contest their first FA Cup final since 2012.